Hello everyone, in this video I'll show you how to merge tables in Power BI. Before I show you how to do that, I would like to remind you first of the possible merge types. So there are basically four merge types. The first one is left join. That means that if we apply a left join operation on two tables, the result would be to return all rows from the left side table and only matching rows from the right side table. The second type of join is outer join. In this case, all rows from both left side table and right side table would be returned. Then we have the right join, where all rows from the right side table would be returned and only rows with a match would be returned from the left side table. And finally we have the inner join, where only rows with a match on both tables would be returned. That would become much clearer once we take examples for each of these merge types using Power BI. So going back to the query editor, we will apply the merge operation over the table called merge and the table called append to. To merge the two tables, we need to go to the home tab and select merge queries. Then from here we need to define which other table we would like to merge with the table titled merge. So I'll choose append to. Then we need to define which two columns would be used for doing the merge. These columns should be the columns which have similar values, which are in our case the name column on the merge table and the name column on the append to table. And next we need to define the join kind. So as you can see, we have left outer join, right outer, full outer, inner, and also we have two types which I haven't mentioned yet, which are left anti and right anti. We will take an example on the resulting table you would get if you apply each of these merge types. So for now we will choose left outer. As you can see, it's already reminding us that if we choose left outer, it would return all rows from the first table and only matching rows from the second table. For now we will ignore this option that says use fuzzy matching, and we will talk about it later in the video. Finally, it shows us over here the number of matches we would get if we applied this merge. So it's showing that we have a total of 3 rows on the first table, the merge table, and we would have only 2 matches if we apply this merge. Finally, we need to hit OK to apply the merge. Then from this column over here, we need to choose which columns to be added to the merge table. So we can select to add them all by clicking OK directly. Or if we delete this step and go back, we can select which specific columns to add by keeping the check mark next to these column names. So for example, say I would like to keep the department column only. I would choose the department column like this and hit OK. Additionally, I could add this check mark, which would add the original column name as a prefix. So instead of adding the department column with the name department, it would first add the table name we have used during this merge, which is append to, then dot, then the department column name. So if we hit OK, you can see now what I'm talking about. So going back, if we click on this drop down, we can also aggregate the added columns. So for example, if we select aggregate, we can return the sum of salaries for each of these employees in that new column. So if we choose this, it would return the sum of the salaries for each of these employees listed on this table. Of course, as each of these employees has just one matching row, it is equivalent to returning the salary column. As we have chosen left outer join, it has returned to us all the rows from the left side table, that is the merge table, and it's only returned to us rows from the second table, from the append table, whenever there is a match only. So for example, we don't have a matching row for that first employee with the name A. That's why we don't have any value listed here. Now if we go back to the merged queries step and select the merge type to be, for example, right outer, and hit OK, watch what happens. So first of all, it is returning to us all rows from the right hand side table, that is the append to table, and from here we get to choose which column we would like to add from the left side table, which is the merge tables. Left anti-type of joins return rows which do not have any match in case we use the left outer join. So to refresh your memory, let me change the merge type one more time and go back to left outer. Remember that the only row that was returned refers to name A. So if we click OK here and choose department, as you can see, the only row that doesn't have a match in case we use a left outer join is name A. While if we go back to use left anti, this is the only row that will be returned. So in other words, left anti is equivalent to using a left outer join, then expanding the table that we are merging with, and choosing rows where there is a null or there is no match between the two tables. That will get us exactly the same result. I guess by now you have already figured out that if I choose right anti, it would return to me rows where there is no match in case we use a right outer join. Finally, the option that says use fuzzy matching is only used in case you do not have an exact match between the two tables and you would like Power BI to do some kind of educational guess to figure out which rows match each other on the two tables. Personally, I don't like to use that option as the result is not always so clear. And that's all we need to know about merging queries in Power BI. See you in the next video. If you like this type of content, subscribe to our channel, hit like, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. And by the way, we also offer Power BI consulting and training services at www.powerbimaster.com. See you in the next video.